Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Vinayachari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Yashodanandana Prabhujananandana Yashodanandana Prabhujananandana Yamuna Tira Manantari Yamuna Tira Manantari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Sesi Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupāda ki Jai Om Śrīpād Paramahams Parijayakacharya Stottra Shata Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur Mahārāja Parīkṣit ki the Koti Vaiṣṇava Vrinda ki Ramacharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki Shri Radha Kunj Bihari ji ki Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mai ki Srinath ji Bal Gopal Giri Govardhan ki Shri Gaurnitai ki Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki Śrīla Prabhupāda ki Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
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 Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Welcome to ISKCON Detroit Devotional Mandir Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam class. We are in Canto 1, Chapter 16, Text 21. Arkansya striya urvi balan
Arkansya striya urva balam
Suchasiyatu purasadhair ivartan
Ivartan
Vacham Devim Brahmakule Kukarmani Abramanye Rajakule Kulagriyan Anybody want to repeat?
Arakshyamana striya urvibalan Suchasirato purushade ivatan
Suchasiyatu Purushartharivartanna
Vacham Devim Brahma Kule Kukarmani
Vacham Devim Brahma Kule Kukarmani
Abrahmanye Raja Kule Kulagriyan
Abrahmanye Raja Kule Kulagriyan
Araksayamana Śrīya Urapalam
Arakshyamana Sriya Urvibalan
So Dasi Ato Purusada Evaritan
Sochasiyatu Purushadeivatan
Vacham Devam Brahma Kule Kukarmane
Vacham Devim Brahma Kule Kukarmani
Abrahmanye Raja Kule Kulagriyan
Abrahmanye Raja Kule Kulagriyan
Arakshyamana
Arakshyamana
unprotected
Unprotected
Striya
Śrīya
women Urvi on the earth Balan children Sochasi you are feeling compassion Ato as such Purusha Adai
Purushadai
by men
by cannibals or rakshasas.
it says by men in the book
Purusha Ape
By men.
Cannibals Rakshas
Eva
Eva
like that
Like
Like that
Artan
Artan.
those who are unhappy
Those who are unhappy
Vacham
Vacham
vocabulary
Vocabulary
Devim
Deepen
the goddess
The goddess
Brahma Kule
Brahma Kule
in the family of Brahmana
In the family of Brahmanas.
Kukarmani
Kukarmani
acts against the principles of religion
acts against the principles of religion.
Abrahmanye
Brahmanye
persons against the Brahmanical culture
Persons against
the Brahmanical culture
Raja Kule
Raja Kule
in the administrative family
In the administrative family.
Kula Agrayan
Kula Agraya.
most of all the families
Most of all the families.
the Brahmanas.
The Brahmanas
Translation. Are you feeling compunction for the unhappy women and children who are left by unscrupulous persons? Or are you unhappy because the goddess of learning is being handled by Brahmanas addicted to acts against the principles of religion? Or are you sorry to see that the Brahmanas have taken shelter of administrative families that do not respect Brahmanical culture? Are you feeling compunction for the unhappy women and children
Are you feeling compunction for the unhappy women and children
who are left forlorn by unscrupulous persons?
who are left forlorn by unscrupulous persons?
Or are you unhappy because the goddess of learning is being handled by Brahmanas addicted to acts against the principles of religion?
Or are you unhappy because the goddess of learning is being handled by Brahmanas
addicted to acts against the principles of religion?
Or are you sorry to see that
Or are you sorry to see that
the Brahmanas have taken shelter of administrative families
The Brahmanas have taken shelter of administrative families
that do not respect Brahmanical culture?
that do not respect Brahmanical
Brahmanical culture?
Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupāda ki Jai. In the age of Kali, the women and the children, along with Brahmanas and cows, will be grossly neglected and left unprotected. In this age, illicit connection with women will render many women and children uncared for. Circumstantially, the women will try to become independent of the protection of men, and marriage will be performed as a matter of formal agreement between man and women. In most cases, children will not be taken care of properly. The Brahmanas are traditionally intelligent men, and thus they will not pick up modern education to the topmost rank. But as far as moral and religious principles are concerned, they shall be the most fallen. Education and bad character go ill together, but such things will run parallel. The administrative heads as a class will condemn the tenets of Vedic wisdom and will prefer to conduct a so-called secular state, and the so-called educated Brahmanas will be purchased by such unscrupulous administrators. Even a philosopher and a writer of many books on religious principles may also accept an exalted post in a government which denies all the moral codes of the Shastras. The Brahmanas are specifically restricted from accepting such service. But in this age they will not only accept service, but they will do so even if it is of the meanest quality. These are some of the symptoms of the Kali age which are harmful to the general welfare of the human society. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Caitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupa
Sadvaitam Savadutam Harijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha
Kṛṣṇa Padhan Sahagana Lalita Shri
Vishakhanvitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paśatya Seshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Jai Shri Guru Jai Jagannath Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. I'll read the text translation again. Are you feeling compassion for the unhappy women and children who are left forlorn for unscrupulous persons? Or are you unhappy because the goddess of learning is being handled by Brahmanas addicted to acts against the principles of religion? Or are you sorry to see that Brahmanas have taken shelter of administrative families that do not respect Brahmanical culture? So, in this chapter, the chapter entitled is How Parīkṣit Received the Age of Kali. The age that we are right now is called Kali Yuga. And Parīkṣit Maharaj is, Kali Yuga is just commencing, and Parīkṣit Maharaj is receiving this age of Kali. So that is the chapter we are in. And yesterday we have seen about, there's a discussion going on between the bull and the cow. The bull here is the principles of religions personified Dharma, and the personality of earth personality is taking a form of cow. So yesterday we have seen that the cow is telling, I have lost my 3 legs and now standing on one only. And are you lamenting for my state of existence? The bull has lost. So Dharma is always on 4 legs, but Dharma is now taking the form of bull, is only on 3 legs. So he's asking, are you lamenting because I lost my 3 legs and standing only on 1 leg? And are you in great anxiety because of the unlawful meat eaters? And are you in sorry because the demigods are now bereft of their share of sacrificial offerings? Like there are no sacrifices that are being offered to demigods. And are you grieving for living beings because of the suffering due to feminine and drought? So the people are also suffering. So the bull is asking all these questions, like why are you sad? It continues the same in the same series of questions in today's verse as well. Being asked, why are you feeling unhappy? Because the women and children are not under protection and they're being dragged by the unscrupulous people. And also he's asking, are you unhappy because the goddess of learning is being handled by Brahmanas? Brahmanas are generally well cultured and they take care, but now the Brahmanas, Brahmanas always follow the principles of religion, but now the Brahmanas are addicted against the principles of religion, and the society is being handled by such Brahmanas. So are you unhappy because of that reason? And also he is asking, and these Brahmanas have taken the shelter of the administrative families that do not respect Brahmanical culture. Generally, the administrative class will take the shelter of Brahmanas. The Brahmanas guide the administrative class to do this and that, which is good for the welfare of the people. But now the Brahmanas have taken the administrative families, and those families, they don't respect any Brahmanical culture. So all these questions, the bull in the form of Dharma is asking all these questions to right? So the first, and he explains that the bull Dharma is unhappy because women are no longer protected, one thing, and children are neglected. Now the women, should be under the protection of husband, and children should be under the protection of the parents, right? Now because of Dharma, the religious principles are being not followed. The women are exploited. Women are being exploited. As a result, the children are neglected. They are not taken care. And all the Brahmanas who are supposed to guide the society about the principles of religion, they have abandoned all the religion. They have abandoned all the principles. And the rulers, the kings who are supposed to follow the Brahmanas, who educate on principles, the rulers have no longer, they are not respecting the Brahmanical culture. Now, this is that is why Parīkṣit is lamenting. Mahārāja, the king is lamenting, seeing the society, his own people, his own society. That is why the Mahārāja Parīkṣit is lamenting because of all these reasons, because of children, women, and Brahmanas. And generally, on contrary, how the Vedic society, how it is the Vedic society, it always protects the vulnerable.
Protects the what?
Vedic society protects the vulnerable.
Vulnerable.
I mean, those vulnerable means those who need care,
Attention. Those who need attention.
protection, right? Yeah, in the Vedic society is formulated in such a way that the government's primary duty, you know what? The government's primary duty is to protect who?
The women and
Cows and Brahmanas. Those are the 2 things. Now if you see in our society, the cows are being slaughtered and the Brahmanas are not given any respect. They are not guiding us on the Brahminical principles. So, but the Vedic society is so much in harmony because the primary duty of a government is to protect cows, brahmanas, women, children, and elderly people. So, this protection is not exploitation. Generally, protection means like we are restricting somebody. It shows like that, right? In the modern world, like we're like, give me freedom. Why are you making me so restricted? But this protection is not exploitation. It includes the loving guidance and appropriate restrictions, which are good for the society, right? Even if we go on a traffic on a road, if you don't follow the signals and if you want I want freedom, why should I follow the red signal or why should I follow the stop board? Then what will happen to us?
We will have accident.
And we will be, so those restrictions are good or bad? Right? So those restrictions are appropriate and those restrictions are helping us to protect. It's like they're protecting us. They're not restricting us from freedom or restricting us from what makes us happy or something like that. It is also a protection. So in the similar way, this Vedic society, it protects the vulnerable, protecting the women, cows, children. This protection is not exploitation, it's a loving guidance, and these appropriate restrictions help them to be protected. Like how a parent protects a child, right? The parent tells the child, do this, don't do this, right? That is protection. The child doesn't know what is good and what is bad, they can do anything. So the parent, as a loving parent, they want to protect the child, they want the best for the child, they will tell, do this, don't do this. So similarly, the Vedic society protects the vulnerable. And now we are in this age. What is this age called?
Kali Yuga.
What is Kali Yuga?
Age of quarrel and hypocrisy.
This age is the age of quarrel and hypocrisy. Now, in Kali Yuga, now we are seeing in this verse, there is this loss of protection that we have just discussed. What we have in the Vedic society, we have lost the protection in Kali Yuga. Like Prabhupada shows how it reversed in the versus Kali Yuga versus Vedic society. Like women are being left without protection and fathers are neglecting their responsibility. Father responsibility is to take care of kids and also wife. Father is neglecting their responsibility and women are being left without protection. And marriage is just an agreement. We have read in the purport, right? It says marriage is just an agreement between man and woman. It's a formal agreement. And the women who try to become independent of the protection of men. They don't want to be under the protection of men. They want to be independent. And marriage, the sacred purpose of marriage is being lost now. And children are being neglected. And even abortion, like child killing, all these sinful activities are being, the society is not peaceful and the sins are increasing. This is the nature, this is how the Kali Yuga, this age, has reversed the Vedic culture. And Prabhupada explains the Vedic responsibility of a father. Like what are the responsibility of father? It's called father's obligation is Kanyadana. Means the father has a sacred obligation, to protect his daughter, and he has to find a qualified husband, and responsibly he have to hand over her daughter to the husband to put her in his care. So this is the main father obligation, which is not being practiced in Kali Yuga, unlike the Vedic society. This is called Kanyadana. You heard of this Kanyadana?
No.
Kanya means bride or girl. Given in charity. Kanyadaya, actually, the word here says Kanyadaya, means the father obligation. The father has obligation to protect his daughter and find a qualified husband and responsibly hand it over. So this is the responsibility of father. Now these fathers are neglecting their responsibility in this age of Kali. And every human being, every human being is born with debt. You know that? Runa. You heard of the word Runa?
No.
We are indebted to so many things. When we are born with so many indebts. That's called Runa. Like we have obligations. And like we are indebted to demigods. Various demigods, they give us rain, various things like fire, all of these, all the demigods, we are indebted to them. And we are indebted to sages, because sages have given us the Vedic wisdom. We are indebted to sages, and we are indebted to our spiritual masters. We are indebted to our parents. We are indebted to our relatives, and we are indebted to a society. So every living human being, when he is born with so many indebts. Like we receive sunlight, right? We are not paying for it.
Right.
We are indebted to sun god, and we receive Vedic knowledge from sages. So we are indebted to sages. And parents raise us, so we are indebted to parents. Therefore, everyone, the life begins with an indebt. That's so interesting, right? Like we are just born when we got debt. Everyone is born with a debt. So how can we be free from all these debts? Like, do you think in our lifetime we can, get rid of all these debts, or we can, pay back all these debts to all the demigods, to all the sages? Do you think we can do that?
Maybe. I don't know, maybe.
Maybe.
We do savor, chant.
That's what.
Serve our spiritual masters.
If we please Kṛṣṇa, then it is satisfied. Otherwise, if we try to please demigod, it's not satisfied.
Okay. So all these debts, we cannot be free by like, okay, let me serve my parents. We will do our responsibility. I'm not saying we don't do that. But only one thing that can free us from all debts is Kṛṣṇa.
Devotional service to Kṛṣṇa.
Kṛṣṇa can only free us from all debts. Like all these debts can never be fully repaid. But Prabhupada quotes, right? Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Like you have to abandon all your duties and everything and just surrender onto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Kṛṣṇa. Then Kṛṣṇa promises. What does Kṛṣṇa promise? Kṛṣṇa promises, Ham tav sarvaprabhebhyo mokshayasyami ma suchaha. Kṛṣṇa is promising us to free us from all sinful reactions.
Do not fear.
Do not fear. We have committed, we don't know, but we have committed a number of sins. So Kṛṣṇa is giving us the relief. Kṛṣṇa is giving us the hope. Kṛṣṇa is telling us to be free from worry. And Kṛṣṇa is, as a loving father, he's giving his arms and telling, he's promising, I will free you from all the sinful reactions. So we have to, but what we have to do? We have to surrender. Surrender to Kṛṣṇa. We have to surrender to Kṛṣṇa. A materially bankrupt person cannot repay every creditor. Let's say materially, if you see a bankrupt person, they cannot pay back, right? He's indebted. Similarly, we are also indebted to so many things. So we cannot pay back. But only our surrender to Kṛṣṇa frees us from all these impossible obligations, impossible indebts. And here, Prabhupada also explains, Parīkṣit is lamenting, right? Like he is lamenting, he is unhappy by seeing this society, by seeing the women, by seeing the brahmanas and all of this. He is lamenting. Why is he lamenting?
Whatever is going on, it's not good.
Dharma is failing.
So he is lamenting because he is a Vaiṣṇava. We have to understand that one. He is a Vaiṣṇava, he is the devotee of the Supreme Person of God, Kṛṣṇa. Vaishnava's main quality is Paradukka Dukhi. Paradukka Dukhi. Dukkha means sadness. para, seeing others. Para dukkha dukhi. By seeing others who are suffering, a Vaiṣṇava becomes sad. That is the quality of a Vaiṣṇava. Mahārāja Parīkṣit, being a Vaiṣṇava, he's seeing all this going on in the society, in the age of Kali, everything is changing, right? And he is feeling very sad because he's a true Vaiṣṇava. Mahārāja Parīkṣit is a true Vaiṣṇava. He suffers when others suffer. Unlike ordinary people, right? A devotee worries more about the society than about himself. That's why we see the devotees going out on the road and distributing Prabhupada's book, Prasadam. They don't care, they're more concerned about the society than himself. They want others also to take up to this Krishna conscious process. They want others also to stop sinning and also to surrender to the Supreme Personality Godhead, and they want them to be happy eternally. That's why we see the devotees, they don't care about themselves, and they go out and do all these book distributions, prasadam, and whatever service, whatever service they can do, they're doing, because they have a compassionate heart. They are para dukkha dukhi. By seeing others suffering, they suffer, and they want to help others always to come out of these clutches of Maya and sins that we are going through. And who is the perfect example of this? Prabhupada. Yes. And Prabhupada gives the example of who? Who is the perfect example? Prabhupada gives the example of Lord Caitanya. Lord Caitanya, we have Lord Caitanya here on the altar, on the first altar, his right side. Yes. Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu, right? Chaitanya's, Prabhupada gives Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as a perfect example, a perfect Vaishnava. Although, if you see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's life, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has a loving mother, he has a beautiful wife, he has scholarship, he has defeated many Sanskrit scholars, he is so scholarly, and he has so much fame and influence. His fame is spread all over the world. And he, although he had all of this, he had accepted sannyasa. Why did he accept sannyasa?
To spread Krishna more effectively, because the sannyasa takes up Krishna consciousness and tries to spread it. More people will be attracted to it, and also more people. It is more effective than spreading up. Within the household.
It's the traditional way.
Because the main reason is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he could not tolerate seeing people suffering. Right? He is our eternal loving Father. A loving eternal Father always wants their children to be happy. Right? Mm-hmm. He doesn't want us to go through suffering. So he could not tolerate this suffering of his children, and he gave up all his opulences and he accepted sannyasa. There are many reasons why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, though. There are internal reasons, external reasons. So this is one of the reasons. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, with a great compassion, karuna, he has cannot tolerate our suffering, and he came to this world and have given us the weapon. What's that weapon? He is Hare Kṛṣṇa, Hare Kṛṣṇa, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us this weapon to cut down this clutches of Maya. Only this holy name, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam, kalo nasteva gatiranita. There is no other way than the chanting of the holy names, chanting of the holy names, chanting of the holy names. Why it is said 3 times?
Why is there?
Said 3 times, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam.
There is no other way, there is no other way.
Give the emphasis.
More importance.
Right? To give the emphasis on there's no other way. It's stressed upon us 3 times. There's no other way for us except taking to the shelter of holy name, except chanting. So that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy on us in this age of Kali. it is inevitable, we are in this Kali, but Kṛṣṇa will never leave us our hand, and he has come and given us this mercy. And the real civilization versus animal civilization. Now we have seen the Vedic civilization and our modern civilization. Now in the modern advancement, we have all the skyscrapers, highways, technology, advancements. But these, however advanced one might be, or the society might be in terms of technology or comforts or material, all of this, right? One cannot replace the character, protection, and our spiritual education. These things cannot be replaced. Without these three things, like the human society simply becomes polished animal society, taking to the sinful life, meat eating, and all of this. Without following these, spiritual education and character and protection, the human society just becomes animal life. There would be no difference between a human birth and an animal life. Right? What's the main difference between a human and an animal? They also sleep, eat, make different. We also do the same thing. But one difference is we have the ability to inquire and who is God, who am I, why am I here, what am I supposed to do, right? So all these questions, only these questions a human can ask, whereas the animals they cannot ask. It is the difference between the humans and animals. But in this age of Kali, we are seeing, there's no character. The Brahmanas are not following the principles, and they're following the administrative class. The administrative class has, like in the purport, it is said that the education and character, education and bad character go ill together. Like when somebody is educated, we expect them to be righteous and good, right? But in this age of Kali, even before the age of Kali has come, these are all told before. Like in this age, it is the education and ill character are going together, and we are seeing it right now. If we see our main the politicians or the leaders, if we are seeing they don't have a character, the bad character and education, and the administration, everything is going together, they're going parallel, and there is. And the administrative class is not following any of these principles. So this human life has a special purpose, and is meant for, like, we should not consider we are this body. So the animals cannot understand this knowledge. Only in this human birth. And we get this human birth is very rare. So only in this life we have an opportunity to understand that we are the soul, we are not this body, and we have we have an opportunity to question and understand who we are and why are we suffering, and what should be done to get rid of the suffering, and where do we actually belong. Who understanding Kṛṣṇa, our eternal Father, and our relationship with Him. And Prabhupada also explains there is a decline of Brahmanical culture. Like, what are the qualities of Brahmana? We are saying Brahmana. The qualities of Brahmana are self-control, they have sense control, they are tolerant, they are simple, cleanly, and they have knowledge. So all these qualities are neglected. Now today's society we see sense enjoyment, no sense control, right? There's a lot of sense, and there's no tolerance. There is no cleanliness, no knowledge, no simplicity, and no self-control. People, today all these qualities are neglected. People even laugh at certain principles. If we say no meat eating, no intoxication, no illicit sex, no gambling, then say, they think that it is we are odd person out, right? And they think we are against. But these are the principles that we should follow. That is why we see a lot of suffering in the world, right? Why we have the main three problems: birth, death, old age, disease, death. All these problems, how great might we achieve or advance in terms of technology or comforts, we cannot come out of these four problems. Birth, death, old age, disease, these are the real problems. But the society is not understanding about the problems and just they are conditioned by the Maya, material life, and thinks that it is normal. But we, Kṛṣṇa has so mercifully, and Prabhupada's mercy, we have got the opportunity and mercy by the mercy of Vaiṣṇavas, we got the spiritual knowledge, and we are trying to understand this knowledge. And there is a final, in this world is always dangerous. It says, Padam Padam Yat Vipadam. Padam Padam means at every step there is danger. Every step there is danger. But that doesn't mean like we have to be scared or, oh my God, there's a step. No, that's not the attitude. It's just like giving you a caution. There is danger at every step, and what should we do? We have to take shelter of
Kṛṣṇa, holy name.
Yes, Kṛṣṇa.
The holy name.
Yes, to take shelter of Kṛṣṇa, as you said, the holy name, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Prabhupada. And then we will come out of this dangerous ocean of material existence. And then only we can cross by taking shelter of Kṛṣṇa's lotus feet. We can go back and return home back to Godhead. So these are the major points that were discussed. It went like we have seen the Vedic society, how the cows, women, children are protected, unlike the Kali Yuga, which has destroyed all this responsibility, and how we have seen how we are indebted to various demigod sages and parents, but how we can be free from these debts is by taking shelter to Kṛṣṇa. And also we have seen how a Vaiṣṇava is paradukka dukhi, how Vaiṣṇava is compassionate, and he is spreading this Kṛṣṇa consciousness, preaching this Kṛṣṇa consciousness. And we have seen the example of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepting sannyasa and spreading this Kṛṣṇa consciousness movement. We have seen how this world is so dangerous that every step there is danger, but we have to just take the shelter of Kṛṣṇa that can save us. So those are the main things, three key takeaways. One, we have seen about the society, and the second one is seeing Vaishnava's compassion, devotees' compassion to help us to understand the spiritual knowledge, and they, without their mercy, like we would just do the same thing, the sinful acts with our ignorance, we must have entangled even further, but just by their mercy, they picked us up. They gave, somebody might have handed a book to us, or invited to a temple, or gave prasad. Multiple ways, just by Vaishnava's compassion, we can come out of this suffering, and we have to, and the ultimate solution by this age, the age itself is known for it, and is like that. So the ultimate solution to get rid of this age of Kali Yuga is taking shelter of Kṛṣṇa. Thank you so much, and please forgive any shortcomings, mistakes, and any questions, suggestions, discussions, comments.
Very nice comment. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you, Mahārāja.
You kept our attention.
Thank you, Mahārāja, for such a nice class. Nicely described about Vaiṣṇava, how they are Kaluki, how they are compassionate, and also the importance of taking the shelter of Kṛṣṇa and lotus feet of Kṛṣṇa and holy name, and in this age of Kali, how the Brahmanas are, how the society is, and how it is different from Vedic society, how it is treated different from Vedic rules and all. And also protection means like it's not a restriction or something like that, but it's a healthy way of living and securely we can live in that protection. Thank you.
Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki Jai, Śrīla Prabhupāda ki Jai.